watching CoolAznTutorials, and today we're going to learn how to do flares from the Power Monster.
Hey, I'm Power Monster representing Air Force Crew. Today I'm going to teach you how to do some flares. Here we go. So the first part to a flare, as you can see, is the initial sweep. The sweep around is what's going to give you the whole power to your whole flare. That's where you get all your momentum. In order to get to that position, you have to make sure you know where you're going. You either go clockwise or counterclockwise. I go counterclockwise, which means I whip with my left leg and I place my left hand down first. Your left hand or your right hand, if you go clockwise, is going to be placed with your fingers pointing outward, that way or that way. You have to stretch your legs or spread them apart a little bit more than shoulder width. Place your hand down and you're going to go for the sweep. Now the sweep involves your left leg being straight, completely straight. It cannot bend. This one is allowed to bend, maybe just a little bit. Whenever you put your hand down, if that one kicks straight, you're supposed to push out with your chest and try to thrust your hips whenever you launch. Launch goes placement, sweep, kick out. Let's try that again. Placement, sweep, kick out. Now you thrust your hips out. You thrust them forward, that way your left leg can come under and up. Let's see what it looks like all together. Perfect. Now in order to master the launch, in order for your flare to actually take flight, you're gonna have to remember that your left leg is the trigger to the beginning of your flare. It throws, it sweeps, and it's gonna, as soon as it comes behind your right leg is going to kick up. Alright? When it kicks up, it's gonna give you enough time and enough space for your left leg to come under. It goes under and back up. Now you guys have to remember, the most important part right here is thrusting your hips. If you don't thrust your hips, your flare is going to look a little bit crunched up. You don't want that. You want to be able to have your flare to the point where you're moving your hands freely and your waist is rotating around you, no matter what. So let's try that one more time. Placement, down, sweep, right leg launches, left leg comes under and up. You should have both legs up at the same time with your hips off the ground. Alright, now the last part of your flare is actually completing it. When you complete it, you're going to want to learn how to do continuous flares. You're going to want to learn how to combine your moves. For example, flare to air flare or flare 90. So in order to continue, I'm going to teach you guys about your left leg being the key to raise your hips. The backside of your flare is the most important part. Remember that the front matters, but it's not the most important thing. Now I'm going to explain to you how you're supposed to whip your leg in order to continue. So let's recap. Placement, sweep, launch. Now as soon as this leg comes up, I need you to kick it to your face and hold it there. That's going to allow your hips to rise and you can tuck your head in. Now let me demonstrate for you what it's going to look like. See how I was able to automatically lift? That's because my left leg was held up here, which gave me the advantage so I could just tuck my head in and lift my legs and my hips. So when you put it all together, it should look like this. Alright, so one last thing. I want to make sure you guys think about your training, and I want you to think about how you rest. The most important part to this is not giving up. Make sure you give your body enough rest in order for you to come back to practice at 100%. Now, it took me a little while to get this, and I got really frustrated. So don't expect to get it in a day or a week. Some of you might, some of you won't. Most likely you won't. Alright? So please do not get discouraged. Keep trying. Now remember, subscribe to this channel and subscribe to my channel at the bottom in the description. Thank you so much. This is Bboy Power Monster from Air Force Crew.